Hello everyone, I'm Ep09,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
So we're going through EX mode still, and I actually went off camera. Actually, my inventory is extremely empty right now, no healing items or anything, because I was junk grinding off camera. So I went to Central Park and just proceeded to shoot crows over and over again, so that I could get junk. And we're up to about 80 pieces of junk now, which means I killed like 100 crows at least.
Wow.
We're just killing all the crows in New York.
You're not going to go back and get your healing items now, or?
You know, it might be a good idea to at least carry a revive, because we're going to have to go to the warehouse first, right? Because I haven't cleared the warehouse yet, and then we've got to go to the museum.
Back to the museum.
Yeah. Also, interestingly enough, and I didn't realize this, but some of the encounters with the crows and the monkeys in Central Park can drop an offense +1. But you wouldn't know it unless you run those encounters over and over. Oh, wrong option there. Over and over and over again. Right? You just wouldn't know that they could possibly drop that. Yeah, I'll take a revive. And then I'll grab the healing item out of here, which is probably a medicine 3. Yeah, it is. And that should be good enough. We have 999 bullets now, because I pick up bullets at a rate of like 12 to 2. So
yeah.
6 to 1, basically. For every encounter that we do. So we have 999 bullets on us and 999 bullets in storage. We're just not running out of ammo anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I should even take a look at the submachine gun as the weapon I get from Wayne, just to see how much damage we can do with a 10x fire rate. I don't know. It's not like we ain't lacking on... wow, did I almost go to Central Park there again? I did.
Yep. It's a habit.
Yeah.
It's habit forming.
Although I have to say, it's pretty dry grinding those crows all the time.
Yeah, well, that's why you do that kind of stuff off camera, right?
Yeah, more or less.
But you've got a long ways to go to get to 300 junk yet.
Yeah, well, we're about, I guess, almost a third of the way there now.
Yeah. But you, through your technical wizardry, you have the ability to access this game, this save game, even through your computer, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why you were able to do that on your own time.
Yeah, actually, I was cheating a little there, too. I was grinding out fucking junk in Central Park while I was doing my workout, okay?
Oh. Wow.
So I'm, like, sitting there on, like, the exercise bike, riding the exercise bike with a wireless controller doing Central Park runs.
Wow, how did that work out anyway? I don't know if I could focus on, you know, two fairly, you know, things that require my attention.
Well, because
like
when the enemies hit me in Central Park, they do 0 points of damage.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
It doesn't really matter if I can't really play the game properly.
Because I know when I'm working out, like if I'm on a treadmill or something like that, or lifting weights, it's like the only other thing I can divert my attention to is just having a video or something running on the big screen, eh?
Yeah, that's what I normally do, right? But no, because nothing can actually do damage to me in Central Park, it was very easy to just blow right through them. Now those guys are interesting though, because they actually take 2 shots to kill.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Right, enemies in the warehouse just in general are very tough enemies.
Yeah, because you've been one-shotting everything up to this point.
Yep. Yeah, this is probably one of the areas with some of the strongest enemies in the game, if I'm honest. Like in the normal game, outside of the Chrysler building. And I think they over-level this area because it's an optional area. Like, you don't have to come here, but some of the best stuff in the game is here. So, as well as the rocket launcher, if you really wanted the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher isn't all that good.
Rapid fire rocket launcher.
Fuck.
With shotgun spread.
We already do more damage than the rocket launcher does, though.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That guy's just, like, getting after you there.
But we already do more damage than the rocket launcher does. Although, yeah, like some of these enemies do a lot of damage now.
Yeah, you'll have to do your magical heal thing.
Yeah, well, just cast heal 1 a couple times. That'll be good enough.
Yeah.
Actually, I think heal 2 would have been more efficient there. Oh, well. This is, I think, a rocket. Yep. And I can't remember what's here. The SP protector. But now I think we lost a thing again, because now that we picked up a rocket, we're going to have a rocket crate forever.
Uh-oh. Shouldn't have picked up that rocket.
Shouldn't have picked up that rocket. Yeah. I always pick it up anyways.
You did? Oh yeah, you picked it up the last time you went through here too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a slow learner.
Yeah, it's just something I do. I mean, I knew it was there, and I knew I was going to pick it up, so I just didn't even make the effort to evade it. Oh, look, an offense +2. That's nice.
Yeah, you can put that on your rocket launcher.
Or I could put that on my my hand cannon.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, fuck ladders. Ladders are for losers.
Actually, I think it's pretty funny how, like in this game that was made over 20 years ago, you can climb ladders and, other surfaces and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And in more modern games that look much better than this one does, you can't climb stuff. Or you can sort of climb stuff, but it looks really terrible.
Yeah.
Basically, you run into the cliff face and press jump rapidly in order to try and climb.
Yeah, like in a Bethesda game, for example.
Yeah. And yet, even something like Tomb Raider, you had the ability to reach up and grab the edge of a block and hoist yourself up onto it, right?
Yep.
But in Fallout 4, you can't climb into the back of a transport truck. Like, it's ridiculous.
It is, yeah. You think of anything, like I know that they use more complicated geometry for their environments and everything, whereas Tomb Raider was designed to be block-based and grid-based for that reason.
Yeah, I know, but still.
But all the same, like, you could still put in the effort to at least make something like a transport truck be able to climb into.
Yeah. I mean, you could even just make them, if I'm going to use finger quotes here, climbable surfaces, because even in a game like Baldur's Gate 3, they have climbable surfaces.
Yeah.
Right? So that you can
or Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah. So you can climb rock faces or, climb vines and that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
I mean, look at this. You can even, climb down that elevator cable.
Yep. Of course, she can do it because she's basically superhuman at this point, too, so... I don't know if I really want to try that on my hands.
Yeah, she's superhuman and including enhanced durability.
Yeah. But they give you a save point before this because, again, you can kill yourself on the steam here. Okay, we'll go haste and then shoot.
Well, that didn't take long to get rid of the claws.
Nope.
Oh, you got rid of him too now.
Yep. And there you go. You get the rocket launcher for it.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I think of the rocket launcher?
You got to put that rapid fire times 10 on that and shotgun blast.
This is what I think of the rocket launcher. I think... because, look at that. Our gun does double the amount of damage to the rocket launcher now.
Yeah. But you got to put all those special effects on the rocket launcher.
I don't think you actually can. If I go in here and I go to I can't even select the rocket launcher for use with a tool.
Wow.
So, the rocket launcher is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not much you can do with it.
Yeah, that's sort of like some of the heavy weapons in Fallout 4. Like I was playing recently, just as a little challenge to myself, that I'm shipwrecked off of an island, right? So you start off on basically one of those floating debris barges out near Spectacle Island. And I start off equipped with a harpoon gun. And it shows lots and lots of damage, but it's a single-shot weapon that takes forever to reload, right?
Yep.
And that 150 points of base damage that it does like it doesn't take very long before you start encountering things that you can't kill with one shot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think probably the main thing of that one is, isn't the ammo recoverable for that gun?
Yeah, the ammunition is recoverable, and you can also do another neat little exploit where if you get the right perks, a gun nut 1, I think.
Oop,
you
I
can
just
actually,
went back down.
You can actually get it to fire flechettes.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that it fires multiple harpoons at the same time.
Yep.
Although the damage isn't any bigger, basically what you do is you just turn your harpoon gun into a shotgun, basically. But you can also recover all of those, so you can shoot something
and then
and expend a harpoon. But then when you go to check out the body's got 3 harpoons in it, so you can actually
You're manufacturing.
Yeah, you can actually manufacture ammunition by using the gun, right?
That's awesome.
Although that being said, that the what I've found is that especially against medium to higher level enemies, that gun is next to useless anyway.
Yeah.
Mainly because it takes too damn long to reload it. It takes longer to reload that harpoon gun than it does to reload a double-barreled shotgun.
Wow. That's brutal. Well, that was a relatively uneventful warehouse run. I seem to remember last time I came through here, I almost died, so, Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's something I should do, is I should go in there and fiddle around with that weapon a little bit and see if I can figure out how to shorten the reload time.
There's probably a way, and it's probably fairly easy.
Yeah.
Probably like an integer frame number thing or something. You just adjust that to adjust the reload speed or something?
Yeah, or maybe the rate of fire figure or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because it has a rate of fire of like 2 or something like that. Like it's as bad as a bolt action pipe gun is, right?
Yeesh. Yeah, I should probably go back to the police station and dump off all the junk I got at the warehouse. Because we're going to get a lot of stuff at the museum. Museum's really bad for giving you lots of stuff. If that were a bad thing.
Yeah, if that were a bad thing.
But also, I think the museum is also a second place that you can get junk. And the experience at the museum is a lot better than it is in Central Park, obviously. Like, I didn't even gain a level killing 120 crows in Central Park.
Yeah.
Although I did get closer. Like, I was up to like 3,500 experience points. So we got 3,000 experience points from going through the warehouse. So if I'd have grinded crows for another 12 hours, I might have leveled up again.
Yeah. So are you cool enough sitting in that chair now with that cooling blanket on the back?
It's got like this fancy cooling blanket.
It's kind of gotten to the point in the season now where it's time to fold the cooling blanket up and put it away, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so, but I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But I'm like one of those guys where I wear like hoodies like all year round. I know our viewers can't really see what I look like, but I'm always wearing a hoodie no matter what.
Yeah. Well, we are, it is now November the 10th, right?
Yep.
Although we don't really have any snow on the ground yet.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, we got a little bit the other day, but it didn't stay. And actually, I took the garbage out after supper tonight, and when I walked over to the bin, it was still above freezing.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't super warm out or anything, but I didn't bother to put a coat on when I walked out there.
Yeah. Although in weather that you or I might not wear a coat in, to be honest with you, some of our viewers, especially from like other countries, they might think we're crazy if we didn't wear a coat in that kind of weather.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I went to, when I was a kid, my folks took me and my sister to California. We went to Disneyland a couple of times, right?
Yep.
And down there in February, and it's like high 60s, like high 60s, maybe 70 degrees out.
Yep.
and people down there thought it was chilly. But for us it was just like a mild summer day, right?
Yep. Yeah, like a summer morning, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because just before noon, before the temperature reaches its peak for the day, kind of thing,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Of course, up here, when it hits to be about 80 or so, or 80, 85 maybe, probably about 80.
Yeah, I start to feel uncomfortable.
We start
then.
to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, but basically, California on many days in February is like room temperature.
Yeah.
Here, at least, anyway, right?
All right, to the museum.
At least in the part of California we were in, anyway. I think Disneyland is located in Anaheim or something.
Okay.
And I'm not really too sure where in California that is. I think it's, because that's about as far south in California as we got. I think we drove, like we traveled by car.
Okay.
But it was long enough ago that I didn't really remember too much.
Okay, so this would have been like down in the 70s or something.
Yeah, very early 70s. Like I think the second time we went was about 1973 or something like that.
I see.
Maybe 72. I don't know if I was 10 years old yet. Right?
Yep.
But yeah, we drove down there and back. And we drove through the redwood forest and that kind of stuff, right? Did all the touristy things. I've been to Portland, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we drove through there, right?
Yep.
Although mostly what I remember is that it had more overpasses than I had ever seen in my entire life. Like there were some areas where you could drive where you could see, overpasses and interchanges and stuff in every direction as far as you could see, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And that was even like that long ago. I can only imagine what it must be like now, because I would have guessed that their population has probably grown somewhat since then too, right?
It looks like dinosaurs are immune to tranquilizers, but they're weak to acid. They also hit for like 100 points of damage.
Yeah. And we went to San Francisco too. I saw the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, wow.
And we also took a tour of, and this is a dim childhood memory, I can hardly remember, but I think we took a tour of Alcatraz too.
Nice.
Because they had tours for some of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they'd closed that prison by then, right? Like it was already basically a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The P220-2. So the P220 was that gun that we picked up out of that stubborn wardrobe in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And the P220-2 is, I guess, the second iteration of that gun.
Oh.
And it's not a bad gun, I guess. It's got a fire rate of 3. It has a decent base damage of 48, a range of 55, 12 bullets in a thing. But obviously it doesn't compare to the M9-3, which you get at the end of the museum here.
Yeah.
And actually, I can't even unload this weapon all the way because we have 999 bullets getting in the way. We have too many bullets.
Too bad you can't use a gun in each hand.
Yeah, I think that's locked.
Dual wield.
Hiya, dual wielding.
Yeah. But yeah, generally speaking, temperatures are way milder, even just on the coasts,
Yeah. Well, that's because continental climates tend to be susceptible to extremes.
Yeah.
Whereas maritime climates tend to be moderated by the large bodies of water that they are next to.
Yeah. Like, I've been to Vancouver a few times too. And I had a buddy who lived in Vancouver once upon a time, and he told me that he still played golf in early December.
Yep.
Right? Like, they did have winter there, sort of, but it rained a lot more than it snowed.
Yeah.
And it would get down near freezing, some nights, but
yeah, well, you know, I actually had a good old Albertan buddy who I went to computer science at the university with, end up going and graduating, and he ended up getting a job in Vancouver. And I remember him sending me like a video of what it was like outside one day, and it was like a little light powdering of snow on the ground, and as a result of that, all the buses in the city were canceled.
yeah.
So, you know, whatever, I guess. But it's like that in a lot of warmer places. It's just because they're not prepared for it, and also their drivers don't have the experience for driving in that sort of weather that we do, right?
Yeah.
Because up here, we'll be driving in weather where you're up to your knees in snow.
Yeah, it could snow a foot tonight, and tomorrow everybody will still be going to work, and the buses will all still be running, and
They might be a little late, but they'll still run.
yeah, traffic might be a little bit slowed, and you also might have a few more accidents than usual. But
You're still expected to go to work, damn it. We don't have closures due to cold or snow.
no.
Okay, do you remember how many animals there were again?
Oh hell, I don't know. I'm completely unprepared for this.
This is what we're doing now. We're doing the guess the number of animals thing. I think there's 9. Wow, look at me, I'm really good at counting.
Yep. And you can count fast too.
Well, computer programmer, man. It's part of the job, right? Of course, I also get my math wrong a lot of the time. That's where software bugs come from. Bad math.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I keep picking up those medicine twos. I'll probably end up having to toss them away soon enough.
Yeah, probably, so you can make room for junk, right?
Wow, look at that. I just... We can't stop having 999 ammo. Okay, name of the organelle, I think it's mitochondria.
Hey.
It's funny, because we went through this already, but I totally wasn't paying attention to all the answers the first time we came through here, so whatever I got wrong, I'm probably still going to get wrong. Oh, there's a chest there and a chest there. The dinosaurs take 2 shots to kill, too. Now that we've hit 999 ammo, we're actually losing ammunition every encounter.
Huh. Well, maybe you'll have to, like, dump 500 rounds of ammunition into the storage chest the next time you go back.
I can't. It's like 999 in it.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got more ammunition there than you're ever going to need in order to finish the game anyway.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, the fact that these things can still hurt us goes to show our defense is a little lacking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I just didn't give a shit about defense. I'm just like, if we can shoot it, we can kill it. Ah, look, a trading card.
Hey.
And a tool. How are we doing on item storage? We only got 5 slots left now. So we will have to go back to Wayne at some point. But the museum here always tends to be a bit of a grind on your storage space anyways, because they put you through a long first sequence here, because Clamp is trying to trap you inside of the museum here, right? So that you can die. Oh look, Scorpion. We're fighting those things again, but first...
Yeah, just a second here while I do this quiz.
Yeah, what was the nutritional source of the first organism that lived all that time ago? I don't remember. I don't remember the answer to this one. Do you remember the answer to this one?
Nope.
No, it wasn't that one. Oxygen? No. It was nitrogen. Damn it. I'm pretty sure I probably got that one right the first time now that I'm thinking about it, but my brain is just off today.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Wow, that one actually survived 2 shots.
Yep. And if we didn't have poison resistance, he would have poisoned us too. I don't need that medicine 3. I don't want it. You can keep your medicine 3.
You just do it. Right? Take it.
I can't. I've only got a...
Like, eat it. Apply it to yourself.
I've only got a limited amount of space.
I know, but you could take it and then use it.
I want to use the ones I already have.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that question right the first time around, and then I just got it wrong here because I'm feeling derpy today.
Yeah.
Okay, well that kind of worked out. See, they drop junk. That's nice. Well, I can pick up all the junk until my heart's content.
Or at least, or until you run out of inventory space.
Well, technically you could grind Aya up to level 99 too, right? Because I don't believe there's actually a level limit in this game.
Yeah.
Although, from like level 34 to like level 44, I want to say, the experience points really skyrocket exponentially. And then after that, it actually takes less experience to level up. Oddly enough.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
by then, if you've played through the game 2 or 3 times, it's probably time to put it away for a while anyway, right?
well, I mean, I suppose, though, too, you do reset to level 1 every single time you play through the game, right? So they probably just figured nobody was going to grind that hard. Yep, you can't trank dinosaurs, damn it. There is no tranking of dinosaurs. I don't want that medicine, too. I have all this junk, though. Man, maybe I should go back to Wayne now. We'll go down this way first, because I know I've got an item to pick up down here. You remember this area with all the plaques and everything?
Yeah.
We actually have to step into this area just to trigger an encounter. We're not really interested because there's nothing to see there now. But there's this encounter where these things drop down from the floor above.
Yep.
That's basically why we walk into this room, so that we can fight these guys. I think they trigger when I go to leave.
Yep, there they are.
Can't hit what you can't hit. Wow, that was a really dumb statement.
Yeah, you can't hit what you can't hit.
Yeah, you can't hit what you can't hit. Don't you forget that. God damn it. Yeah, now we've got all these medicine 4s. I'm ditching medicine 3s now. I definitely think it's time to go back. But I'll run down to where I'll be about resuming. We'll probably resume from this room. Because I'll have to go upstairs next, right? Okay, well I see those guys again. Oh, that was my fault. I walked into that.
It looks like they didn't hurt you much anyway.
I mean, they did do 150 points of damage.
Oh, well, use up some of those medicine 3s that you're carrying.
I don't have them
around
anymore. Whatever, we'll just heal 2 until forever. But yeah, no, so I'm going to go pause and go back to Wayne. Because I'm going to come back here and come up this staircase, so we'll be back.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yes, and here we go up the stairs.
Yeah, we didn't even have an encounter on the way here.
Wow. And there's another quizzy thing.
Okay, it creates, Blah, blah, blah. How much energy is that equivalent to? Well, kcal is a measure of energy. I can't remember. I think it's the 200,000 volt one, isn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it is. Even though that's a not a measure of energy.
Yeah, well.
So, see, I don't even know the answers to these things. I just kind of...
Maybe you'll get it right on the third time through.
Well, we got the consolation prize, so, you know, which was... What the fuck was the consolation
15
prize?
ammunition.
Yeah, 15 ammunition. Whatever.
To add to your 999.
Yeah, so I just lost 15 ammunition. We didn't even get anything. Fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, I think this gate is going to be locked too. There's a gate down here that you can't see off screen. Oh, look, I got a critical hit and killed that guy in one hit.
Yeah.
And look at that, since we leveled up, now they're only doing like 46 damage to us.
Oh.
So maybe we were a little under-leveled before. I don't know. Did I come here under-leveled because I was killing everything in one hit?
You can't get through there.
Yeah, gonna have to turn off the security system. That's okay. This might even become a level grinding area for us eventually.
Yeah.
Just because if I'm... Oh, no, you're good, you're good.
Am I okay?
Yeah, you're good.
I was shifting in the chair and I pulled on my cord.
Yeah, but you went and wrapped it in masking tape to prevent any problems.
I know, but it did cut out for a second. So I was a little bit worried that I'd messed it up.
Maybe you, no, it looks fine. Must have been a figment of the imagination, or it was so brief even the computer didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, maybe it was just so brief that the computer didn't pick up on it.
Oh, I forgot I have to approach this from the left, so she needs to walk all the way around to the other side and then go down this way. And we can get that offense +1. So there's a lot of stuff in this area and the warehouse that are really meant to power you up, I think, for the end of the game.
Yeah. I take it, though, you're heading for the Chrysler building after the museum.
We'll be heading for the Chrysler building after the museum.
Yeah.
I don't remember if there's any other items in here. No, it's just that chest, which has a tool in it. Yep, and in fact, we're going to go through the entire museum right up until meeting Eve. So we're even going to go into the very last room, and then just not venture past that.
Yeah, because that's the point of no return or something?
That's right.
Yeah.
And also I want to pick up another M9-3, even though I'm already using an M9-3 and have been using one the entire time.
Yeah. But why, if you've already got one?
Because it also has base stats that I can transfer to this M9-3.
Oh.
That's basically what we're collecting these things for now. We're gonna chop shop all the weapons in the game to make our weapon stronger.
Oh.
And we'll need it, trust me, because Chrysler Tower is pretty hard. Or at least it can be. The first 40 floors are pretty easy. But the next 30 floors are very hard. Because things start to do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, there's this opportunity to get a medicine 4 here. By taking blah blah blah, what is the consequence? I think it's aging. Oh, instead we got 30 ammo, but yes. It is aging. The consequence of...
So basically you got nothing for answering that question correctly.
Yeah. Well, I got nothing for answering the questions incorrectly before, so, you know, why would I get anything now? We don't even get anything from killing these things, because they drop ammo. If they drop junk, at least I'd have a use for that. Okay, in 19... blah blah blah. What is thought to be mitochondria Eve? That. We get a medicine 3 for that. Wow, what a bogus prize. Oop, wrong menu. I need to be here to reload. Alright, now we can pick up 8 or 7 bullets. Because we can't have 1,000 ammunition. Imagine what Aya must look like having 999 bullets on her, man. But let's be real, this pistol is belt fed, okay? And we'll take the junk, because we need junk. Okay, yeah, I think I remember that. I don't need to go there yet. Need to reload. Reload after every encounter. Oh, I remember this. This is the pterodactyl area. That felt good. I'll still kill you, though. Even with darkness, I'll still kill you. Because we do way too much damage now.
Yeah. Oh, is that darkness that he hit you with?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he has a couple of different attacks. One of them does shitloads and shitloads of damage, and then the other one inflicts darkness. And then he's got a melee attack as well. Which just kind of hurts. I like how the dinosaurs wait all patiently and let me walk up to them first.
Yep.
Yeah, now he's only doing 23, and that's again because we leveled up. And we leveled up again. We don't need that medicine too, though. Ah, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just use it.
Yeah, just use it. There's no point in carrying them around if you're not going to use them.
Well, mostly I'm just picking up the medicine 3s and medicine 4s because, you know, if a boss hits us really hard or something, you never know. But now we've got some bonus points, and you know what we're going to spend them on?
What?
Our gun now does 274. We might hit 300 at this rate. But the stronger we can get our gun, the easier the Chrysler building will be. Which is also why I'm junk farming. Man, why does my quick attack thing never activate on this guy? Like our quick strike? Our quick draw, rather? I can get the quick draw on encounters where it doesn't matter, but on that guy, where I'd actually want the quick draw, I can't get it.
Oh, well.
I don't think it has anything to do with statistics or anything. I think it's just literally a random chance to attack first.
Yeah, I notice it does happen sometimes, but not every time.
That's right, yeah. I think because the alarm is up, this is still blocked off too, yeah. It's just like a silent alarm, silent museum alarm.
Yeah, and she forgot to bring her oxyacetylene torch with her.
Well, you see, we do have a rocket launcher in the trunk of our car, but
but you can't
as all good police officers do.
Yeah, but you can't break your way through that. Uh-oh, there, you're locked in.
I can't unlock a door either, you know. I might carry a hand cannon around and a rocket launcher, but we're not Daniel, damn it. We don't just randomly destroy private property, okay?
Now it's time to go through the window.
Yep. And again, I don't remember if you can actually die here. I just kind of assume that you can. I can't remember actually.
Well, it's a safe assumption, I think, that you know, negative acceleration trauma could be fatal, right? And that looks like it's a pretty long ways.
Well, because basically, if we fell off from here, we'd end up in the bottom floor of the T-Rex room. But I can't remember, like, I don't know if the game developers actually...
Like I said, that was still, like, at least a 20-foot drop right there.
I know. I just don't remember if the game developers coded in your ability to actually fall off this ledge, or...
Like if I tried to do that drop like what she just did there, the end of my spinal column would probably come out through the top of my head.
Ah.
Right? Like...
I don't know, man. I think it could be done. Probably be fine. You'd be fine. Plus, she is somewhat superhuman anyways, so you know.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Which way do I go again? Do I go left? No, I go right. I always want to go to the left. In every time I'm given a choice of directions in any game, I always want to go left. I've got, like, the opposite of Derek Zoolander syndrome.
Haha. You can't turn right?
Yep, can't turn right. Okay, we're gonna get the guy who can poison us because that's annoying. We don't even need the cure poison, because we have that poison resistance on our armor. I mean, theoretically, we can get poisoned. It's just a very low chance to get poisoned, right? Can we get in here? No, it's still locked because of the security alarms.
I see you're starting to encounter larger numbers of enemies, too.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know if they're any larger than what I was encountering the first time around, but...
Well, I know that sometimes you're encountering like 4 enemies at once now, and I don't think that was the case before.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Ooh, defense +1. And a tool. And you know what? Probably don't need so many damn medicine 3s. Gotta make more room for junk. Junk is what I want. Stop giving me items. Junk is what I want. We're up to 83 junk now, by the way.
So you've only gained 3?
Well, no, I went from 78 to 83.
Oh, okay.
Is that actually in range? Maybe? Yeah, it was.
So I guess you're probably going to have to do some junk grinding again.
Yeah, but, you know, that's also
After.
why we're collecting all the junk we possibly can while we're coming through here, too.
Yeah.
Because doing a bit at a time just helps me collect even more. Damn it, there's your darkness. The darkness will wear off eventually. There. I think that's the attack that does lots of damage. Okay, so we picked up a medicine 3 this time, so we're gonna use it. And I need to get in here, because this is the security room. Now, the alarm is right here. We can get the MP5, and then we can go up the hidden elevator back here to get the museum's personal armory. Because this is America, so obviously the museum has a personal armory.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's on floor 3 or floor 4. It might be on floor 3. There is a reason to come to floor 4, though, I think. Okay, yeah. So we got a tool. We got the M500 shotgun.
Yeah.
A broken trivia machine that we can't access. The B Jacket 1, which is what we're wearing right now, actually. And a Cure Darkness, which I'm just going to put back. Because I don't want it. But yeah, you can see, like, even coming into this place with a nearly empty inventory, like,
Yeah, you're almost full already, right? And you've already made one trip.
Oh, not third floor. Is it the second floor? Are we on the second floor? Yeah. Oh, shit. Ah.
That looks familiar.
There. I was holding the button the wrong way. Yeah, it's just one of those little secret areas, right? It's behind the wall there.
Oh, what's happening now?
Well, it's going to be the T-Rex getting animated again.
Yep, here comes the goo.
So would you consider Eve a form of undead, maybe?
I really don't know. I mean, I've never actually seen anything remotely like this before or since, right? It doesn't really... I don't know that it really fits into...
any kind of mold.
Any kind of mold, really. You know, because there's all sorts of games now where you shoot zombies or you know, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, like all kinds of games where you you know, like do the military style shooting games and all that kind of stuff too, right? Like there's lots and lots of those kinds of things out there.
Yep.
And also action RPGs and blah de blah. But there's nothing. I've never really seen anything like this, if you know, other than this game, right? No one ever really tried to copy this, I guess.
Yeah, even the later games in this series
Was there more than one?
Not like this. Yeah, there was Parasite Eve 2, and then there was Parasite Eve 3rd Birthday.
Oh.
Oh, okay, this just leads us back here. We've been here before. And they might have had some other spin-offs and side games too. A lot of these series usually do.
Oh. Yeah, but it would still have been the same publisher doing this, right?
Yep. But yeah, the way in which this game, I guess, was creatively envisioned changed drastically over time. Have we been up here before? Yeah, we've been up here before too, I think.
Yeah. Well, that does seem to happen though, right? You know, some game series
We need to go to Clamps Room.
Stay more or less the same for quite a while, but even something like Siphon Filter eventually did change as well, right?
Yeah.
You know, they had, I think, 3 games in a row that were very similar to one another.
That's right, where you're playing basically as Gabe or Gabe and his partner kind of thing, and then they wanted to go more towards like go break into the online era,
Yeah.
and be more of a team tactical shooter kind of thing. And then that didn't really work out for them, so then they started to reboot the series. And they started releasing those on PSP, and then I guess they went and ported those to consoles later, but they completely changed the way the game played anyways. And I mean, I guess, you know, some people might consider it an update or something, but I don't know. Siphon Filter, to me, it had a very specific way in which the game was done and was made, and changing it just kind of made it feel like, well, oh, what's the closest thing I could say would describe like the latest Siphon Filters at the time? I want to say it was similar to like Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Online. The last time I was playing it, but I really can't remember now because it was so long ago. I have that game. I have both of those games. I just can't remember now. It's been too long.
Yeah. Well, I've never played the Metal Gear games, any of them. Oh, that's not Professor Clamp.
Nope, that's not Professor Clamp. Instead, it's just our buddy there, the one who has a crush on Aya.
Yeah.
And you can never tell her about it.
But it's funny, you know, like I enjoyed the Siphon Filter games at the time when they first came out, but I've never really been like a military shooter kind of guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that one was a little bit atypical for me, right? But I think I liked that one just because it was, you know, like pretty challenging and pretty intense.
Mm-hmm. And Clamp is gonna, you know, be all pissy here and then try to get Aya with the scalpel here. Come on, Aya, use your Second Amendment.
She doesn't have to, because she's got Daniel there.
Yeah, well, he's really not shy about using his Second Amendment when he has to, though. So
yeah, but he didn't have to there. He just punched him.
Yeah, well, that's because we've got to have this scene where we mildly interrogate him and get a bunch of not so useful information out of him.
Yeah, and then he burns up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, Aya, can't you grab the keyboard off of his computer before you go? I mean, look at that thing. I wish. I want to type on that keyboard right now.
Yeah, I remember those keyboards. I had a old 286 PC that had a keyboard like that.
Yep. I have a keyboard like that.
Yeah, they're jumping out the window so they don't get burned up too, eh?
Yep.
There's never a fire extinguisher handy when you need one.
Well, it is what it is. Now we gotta drop something in order to pick up his stupid key.
Well...
Oh, I don't want to give up the junk.
Well, then you're gonna have to give up one of your medicines.
I give up a junk.
Oh... Because you have to have the key, right?
I have to have the key, yes.
It's too bad you can't just shoot holes through that door with that high-powered hand cannon that you have there.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, like I was saying, she's not Daniel, right? Anyways, we should pause again so that I can go
back and unload?
Yeah, go back and unload.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yeah, from another trip back to see Wayne.
Yeah, what happened to my... Is this a quiz thing too? No, it's just a thing. I always wondered what that thing was, and I guess it's a nothing.
It's a decorative clutter thing.
A decorative clutter thing. So... now we can use the elevators. And I think there might be an item if I go to the top floor. From here? Just ignore the goo, it's not any of our concern. You know, I hear that the military is taking over the jurisdiction for the Eve case, so we're going to investigate the Chrysler building instead.
Uh-huh.
That's totally what's going on, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can't remember if this room has a door on the other side of it, or if it's the downstairs room that has a door on the other side of it. I never remember. See, those things are pretty heavily armored, though, that I have to shoot them twice.
Yep.
But, yeah, it looks like this room doesn't have a door on the other side of it, so it's a downstairs room that has a door on the other side of it. Let's see here. I will... I will have an encounter.
You will. You will encounter things.
Oh, look, we leveled up.
Yep.
And got a whole bunch more bonus points. Bonus points are good stuff, man. We're getting more experience now than we will in the first 40 floors of the Chrysler building, so...
Oh, wow.
I really do think they probably intended you to go through the Chrysler building incrementally. But that being said, though, some of the traps and stuff that are in there will one-hit kill you if you're lower level than us.
Oh.
I mean, some of those things, they do like 400 or 500 points of damage.
Yeah,
like...
I honestly don't remember very much about the Chrysler building, except that the enemies in there were really tough.
Yeah, well, it's not so bad for the first 40 floors, and of course also we have our souped up gun. I think I do quite a bit more gun souping up than you might have thought of doing your first time through.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember either. I know I used the like shotgun spread effect.
Yeah, you said you were using a shotgun yourself.
Yeah.
We'll have to come back to this room eventually anyways. You know, it might be a good idea to pick up a couple medicine trees, because we are about to go into a boss fight. Because we need to kill that Triceratops.
I'm sure you'll handle it easily.
Probably. Blah, blah, blah. Photosynthesis. I'm not even reading those, you know. I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, blah, 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 oxygen increased. Why did oxygen increase? Photosynthesis. I just read like 3 words, I'm like, it's photosynthesis. Because to be honest with you, even though I went to university, and even though I'm really good at math, I'm actually really slow at reading. So if I sat here and actually took the time to read all this stuff, we'd be here all day.
Well, it just depends on where your talents are, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. And mine is not in language. Although I don't misspell things. I'm good about that. There's some people in this profession, they can't even write.
Yeah, whereas in my education, like I was always better at math and sciences and things like that too, but I had to take technical writing courses and technical presentation courses.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like report writing and presentation of data and things like that were all important activities, right?
Well, for us, mostly the type of thing that is really important to present is mostly marketing bullshit, because whenever we talk about technical things, it just sounds like blah, blah, blah technical stuff to most people.
Yeah, but Mark, that's also another area of specialization, though, too, right?
Okay, it's trike time.
Yep, just shoot this thing in the face and then head for the Chrysler building.
Well, no, I've got to fight the T-Rex first.
Oh.
Ah, that hurts.
I'm surprised that thing doesn't just try to trample you, really.
Don't give it ideas. Lightning hurts. There. Problem solved. And we got Liberate out of it. I think we got Liberate a little bit early there, or did we get Liberate about this level at the same time?
I think it was about this level, because you tried it out on the T-Rex, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You did. I asked you to demo it.
Right. Now the headless Triceratops will take us out of the window.
Where it suffers
Negative acceleration trauma.
Negative acceleration trauma.
Yeah, thankfully we landed on top of it instead of it landing on top of us.
Yeah, she'd look like a pancake. If she hit it.
But that also results in us getting fully healed. And there's another medicine for... I don't know, I might have overpacked for medicines and things for this fight too.
Maybe.
I'm always cautious about this fight though, because this thing can do more damage than you think it can, and we don't really upgrade defense at all.
It seems to have longer arms than your typical T-Rex would have, too.
Yeah, well, I guess it's like a mutated undead T-Rex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that attack is. I think I actually dodged it by getting hit by running into the T-Rex's leg there.
Ah.
Yeah, you can actually dodge one of the hits by getting hit stunned by something else.
Oh.
There you go. A little trick or exploit there that we just learned. If you get hit by something else, you can avoid getting hit by another thing. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, there you go. You killed the T-Rex.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything up here. Is there a chest or anything up here? I don't think so. So yeah, we just gunned the T-Rex down because our hand cannon does lots of damage. Although this is baby hand cannon compared to what we'll eventually have. I would like to get armor with resist darkness at some point, though. That would be really good to have.
Mm-hmm. Yes, probably.
But anyways, now that the Triceratops was, you know, very inconsiderate and knocked us off the top there, we need to walk all the way back up there now.
How come?
Because we still need to go through that area.
Oh.
In order to trigger the whole Eve earthquake thing. Of course, we didn't look at Eve on the security camera this time, so, you know, that part doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. She's totally not having the ultimate being this time. When we turned off the freezer for the sperm bank thing, it just worked this time.
Oh.
Yeah, totally. And that's why we get to go to the Chrysler building. We're just making up excuses, right?
Oh.
For our negligence and just randomly going to the Chrysler building when nothing is leading us there.
Yeah.
I guess we saw it glowing back in the hospital. That's our cue.
Yeah. It's basically curiosity that's taking you there, right?
I think I need to go up, and then I need to go left, and then I need to go down. No, I need to go up and then down. What am I talking about, left? Don't listen to me. No, I am right. It is left. I just went left. Just now.
You are right. It is left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then this triggers the earthquake scene. And that dumps us into this area, and we just don't go up this staircase. We're good if we don't go up this staircase. Ah, nice. We critically hit a dino. And just like that, we're up to 771 hit points now.
Wow.
Tool. M9-3. And now we're going to go downstairs, and we're going to loot the room beneath us now again. Because now with the earthquake, the back of that room will be open.
Oh. That's the room with all the big head statues, right?
No, it's this room here. Just down this way. The one with the glass and the random questionnaire thing with the pterodon that keeps spawning in all the time.
Except for this time?
Yeah, except for this time.
Yeah.
And we got a CR Vest 2 and a Super Tool. And then reload the gun. And how are we looking at time? We're only an hour in, huh?
Well, you could do a couple of the floors in the Chrysler building.
I could, yeah. So maybe I'll stop off at the
at the junk deposit,
Wayne.
The junk depository.
I don't even know if I have junk. I just want to get rid of shit in my inventory for Chrysler building because we're going to be picking up a lot of stuff. So I'll get out of this place and we will go back to Wayne and we will come back when I'm getting ready to go to the Chrysler building.
Okay.
So we'll be back. And we're back. Now it's Chrysler building time. The real game begins.
Yeah, well, it's been a long, long time since I've seen this.
So, I think every floor in the Chrysler building is randomized. I'm not even sure if it's the same floors all the time or if it's randomized every time you come in, but they are in a random layout. And we can't use the elevator right now because you actually have to get a key, and you only get a key from killing bosses in the Chrysler building, and you kill bosses in the Chrysler building every 10 floors.
Okay, so you have to play 10 floors in order to get a boss.
That's right, you have to play 10 floors. And the game also gives you a random soundtrack every 10 floors, like a new soundtrack every 10 floors. I don't know if it's random, but new. But I have a trick to navigating these things. I'm biased towards horizontal passages because there are secret rooms and things that you can get. And so I kind of like will follow and then I'll take the nearest horizontal passage, and if I can't take horizontal passages anymore, then I go up.
Oh.
Because I don't really draw maps of this place. I mean, you could draw maps of this place, and you'd end up with some fairly interesting looking maps, too. Because I don't even think, like, that's an elevator, another part of the elevator. But I don't think that the confines of the building here are even square. And I suspect that's because, well, with the way they've designed this, I bet you that a lot of the areas in the building are sealed off by, like, those security doors.
Yeah.
And so you end up not seeing.
Basically, every floor is a small maze.
That's right. Every floor is a small maze because of the dead ends and security doors. But the Chrysler building has 77 floors, and there are 77 floors in this version of the game. You can see we have purple crows now, and then we have those some different rats. But at this rate, we do enough damage that we don't have to worry about that too much. Now, the Chrysler building is a pretty good area to grind for junk as well. The problem is when you complete 10 floors, then you don't get spawns on the next 10 floors. So, that kind of sucks. Or sorry, you don't get spawns on them anymore once you've beaten the boss for the area.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, so you also have to go back to the museum and to Central Park to grind for junk. Especially because there tends to be a lot of items that you want in the Chrysler building here. Well, I can't tell what's attacking me.
Ooh, look at that. They just came flying in.
Yep. But we do way too much damage at this level, so it's fine. And it looks like they drop medicine 2s, so I guess by the time you start to see medicine 2s is when you'd normally want to come in here? For the first floor?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, they probably figure you'd play 10 floors and then go do
holy
something
shit, this
else
is tough, and go grind
do
up.
something else for a while and then come back kind of thing, right?
Possibly, yeah. Okay, we got another horizontal area. Sometimes, too, these places can be circular, so you want to kind of keep an eye on where you've been. Even though all the corridors look identical, you can kind of build a sense of direction in your head. So next level is here, and we don't want to go there yet, because we haven't found the treasure room on floor 1.
Oh, so there's a treasure room on every floor, too.
That's right. And a possibility to encounter traps in the form of mimics, which are chests that attack you.
Yeah.
And the mimics are the deadliest part of the first few floors, because again, like I said, they can do 400 or 500 points of damage. Like they are devastating. Oh, I can hit both of those guys? Nice.
Yeah, and then they have the sneaky crow that comes up behind you.
Yeah, they spawn all kinds of enemies, like, off the screen and things.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm getting so much junk here, I almost want to go back to Wayne.
You don't need all those medicines and stuff anyway, just...
Well, it's the guns that I gotta pick up, and possibly some trading cards for Wayne. I think that you get named trading cards in the Chrysler building, because everybody in the Chrysler building was armed to the teeth before the evacuation of New York City. Right? It was like a good, solid military base. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
And so they all have, like, all these, like, super-duper cool gun trading cards that you can get. Okay, did I take that left already? Can't remember. I think I did, yeah.
You'd have to, like, draw a map of this place in order to really know.
No, I think I took the left already. Because I always start with the horizontals first. So down is to the entrance. Up here goes to a dead end that will have our treasure room. And treasure rooms tend to be on horizontal lines, so we take the horizontal paths first. Like this. Look at that.
This is the treasure room?
This is a treasure room. This is the only other thing of relevance on the floor here. Sometimes you can encounter enemies in here, like this.
What is that, some kind of super bat or something?
Yeah, that was some kind of bat. The thing is, they don't necessarily have more hit points, but they do more damage. And that was a survival vest to carry more shit. And a critical damage evade. That's good. We'll put that on our B jacket for now. Yeah, I don't know. I think the survival vest is slightly worse than our ceramic vest, but we will quickly start finding items that are better than what we would typically find in the regular game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now I need to go right, and then down, and then left. And then just follow that all the way to its logical conclusion. And that's how we get back. This is how you navigate the Chrysler building. You don't draw a map, you just kind of fucking wing it. And
mm-hmm.
Now and then they throw a circular passage your way, but...
I think I remember wandering aimlessly for quite a lot of time.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Once you get used to... Because you can kind of build up a system for navigating it. And for me, it's horizontal passages first, and vertical passages second. And I tend to favor going left, because, well, I already said I go left all the time. Well, I go left in the Chrysler building, too.
Ah.
And that way, I always know if I've gone left or not.
Yeah, I would imagine that if you could see an overhead floor layout of this, it's probably like on a 8x8 or 10x10 square grid pattern or something, right?
Very likely.
Because that's what actually in the gold box,
D&D games,
Forgotten Realms games too. They were basically laid out on a 16x16 square grid pattern, right?
Yep.
Every area.
Okay, elevator. Okay, we'll keep going left. If we need to backtrack, we go down, then we go right. You encounter dinosaurs in here, too. And
Yeah.
I picked up a random medicine one that I don't need.
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything in this place.
Discard that medicine one. Okay, horizontal passage. We backtrack, we go up, then we backtrack, then we go down, then we backtrack, then we go right. I feel like a maze solver algorithm.
Huh. You are a maze solver algorithm.
We had to write those in university.
Yeah?
Everybody has to write them. It's one of the things they make you do, is solve mazes. Because I guess it is a mildly algorithmically complex thing that requires you to write a little bit of code.
Well, and I guess if you want to be in the game design business, well, that might be relevant too as a basic skill, right?
Perhaps, I suppose. Okay, we've got bonus room. We've got our treasure room for floor 2.
Why, are you on floor 2 already?
Yeah, we're on floor 2 already.
Oh, I didn't even notice that you'd gone up the stairs.
Yeah, and I totally didn't discard the medicine one that I thought I discarded.
Well, you better ditch that then.
Defense +1.
So you need a backpack.
I do. A P226, and what is a P226 like? A P226 has 63 base power, which is stronger than any of the other guns in the game base, except the rocket launcher. So, technically speaking, we could actually use that as a weapon upgrade and swap everything over to that. But I'm not actually going to, because I'm aiming for the junk weapon.
Because 3 floors later, you end up doing the same thing anyway, right?
Yeah, well, we'll find guns
Again,
that have like a base of like...
You'll constantly find better weapons, right?
I think the highest base damage gun you'll find inside the Chrysler building is like 90. But the junk weapon that you can get from farming junk is like base power 120.
Yeah.
So they really reward you if you want to do all that junk farming. We'll take the bullets and nothing else.
Yeah.
But this is also, too, where we benefit from the magazine size of our weapon. Because we do have a 41 bullet magazine. Forget a double stack magazine. She's got like a quadruple stack.
Yeah. No,
The fucking grip on it is like, 2-3 inches wide. Alright?
That's why she has to hold the gun with both hands to fire it, right?
That's right.
Because her fingers can't wrap around the grip.
That's right. Ah, here we go. See? Backtracking up was a good idea. And you can see, when you have a system for solving these floors, it doesn't take that long to get through them. I actually don't know how long it will take for us to do 10 floors, or how many sets of 10 floors we'll be able to do in an episode, but, typically I go back to Wayne once every 10 floors. And they give you dog shit for experience too, eh?
Yeah.
But we're gonna carry as much junk as we can. So this is floor 3. It's also good to try to keep track of what floor you're on, right? Because there's no markers anywhere that tell you. Oh, we killed a crow that was off screen.
Yep.
And took 0 damage.
Just didn't see him.
Well, our inventory is full of junk now. I'm going to try to take some of it back to Wayne, but I don't know how much of it I'll be able to take back. I'll probably have to start ditching it in every treasure room. Okay, we don't need 3 medicine ones.
No,
Horizontal
probably not.
path. More horizontal path. So they even got like little fire alarms on the side of the wall there.
Yeah. Or fire extinguishers.
I think that was a pull fire alarm, actually.
Oh.
And that's a fire extinguisher, and then they've got a plant in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they do decorate a little bit, even if it is minimalist, right?
Yeah, well, as far as I know, the way the Chrysler building is actually laid out in real life is they have like the elevator hallway, and then they have like a hallway that interconnects all the offices that are around, and then they've got like private office spaces.
Yeah.
I think I was going to post a diagram of that at one point, because I found something online that was showing off one of the areas of the Chrysler building.
Yeah, a typical floor or something?
Yeah, a typical floor on the Chrysler building. I mean, they're all probably laid out slightly different, and I think they even have, like, the authority to heavily renovate the areas that they rent.
Yeah.
To whatever their purposes are, because, like, it's like a high-class, fancy business building, right? So... Rockets. Why do we need rockets?
To shoot at things.
We don't need to shoot at things. We just walk into a room and it all dies.
When you want to do less damage than with your pistol.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, now we do we've gone from doing double rocket launcher damage to more than double rocket launcher damage. And we get to fire twice. Okay, we gotta go back. We'll want to go down. At that T intersection, I believe. But yeah, I guess the trick to this is you kind of just like turn your brain off, and then when you see like an intersection that has multiple routes, you just kind of remember it. And then you just ignore all of the interconnecting rooms because you've only got one direction to go, so they're not relevant. And you remember this T intersection here because it has 2 routes. So you go down.
I think that there are, if I remember right now, I think that I had a guidebook for this thing at one time, for this game. And it was like, like one of those, what was the name of those guidebooks?
Prima Strategy Guides?
Yeah, Prima Strategy Guide. And...
I don't remember if they did this specific one, but they were a major company that did them.
Yeah, they did. And I had one for this game.
Yeah.
And I think what they did was they showed the typical floor layout and I think there was a limited number of floor layouts for the Chrysler building too.
Okay.
Right? Like, I'm not sure how many, whether it was like 8 or 10 or something like that, but there was like a limited number of floor layouts. So what they did was they had a diagram of each of the specific floor layouts,
so that you could try to figure out what floor you were on.
So you could try to figure out which one to use, right?
Yeah. I mean, that might be handy, but yeah.
If I can remember right, I think that's how that was.
I have a feeling we're going to go to the right, and then we're going to go up. Basically, all exits from the floor are up. And all treasure rooms are on horizontal intersections.
Yeah, I used to have a whole stack of those game guides, because I had them for the Tomb Raider games too, right?
Yep. Yeah, if we ever do a playthrough of those, we might have to dig those out.
I don't even know where they are. I don't even know if I still have them.
I think I've got a few of them.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of stuff... I mean, I haven't moved a lot, but... in the last 40 years, I've moved a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of stuff gets thrown out, too, when you move, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's easier to throw it out than it is to pack it and move it, especially if it's something you don't that you don't use.
And sometimes you even just lose track of stuff, or it gets lost.
Yeah,
or you
that happens
thought
too.
you packed it, you didn't.
Yeah. But I've always been one of those types too where, you know what, if I haven't used it in 10 years, I'm probably not going to miss it if I don't take it with me.
Oh man, see, I'm one of those types where if I haven't used it in 10 years, it's still sitting in the exact same place on my console that it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like the opposite of you.
Well, I mean, you know what, there are a few things that I do keep. Like my old stereo system, you know, it probably needs some repair work now.
Just from sitting too long?
From sitting too long, yeah. It hasn't been turned on in so many years that the amplifier would probably explode if you turned it on right now.
Assuming it's even still electrically good. I mean, maybe the capacitor's leaked or something.
Yeah.
Have to do a little bit of board repair. See? Board repair videos, man. You gotta watch them.
Yeah.
That's what I do in my spare time when I'm not playing games or watching people play game playthroughs. I watch people do board repair videos.
But I hang on to that stuff because someday if I ever won the lottery or something, then maybe I'd want to go take the time and effort to find somebody who could fix that, and then I could have a room in my house again where I could have it set up, right?
Yep. Now, don't walk away from me. Damn darkness.
Because one of the biggest things is that, you know, living in a row housing type home like I do, you know, like it does, you can't really run a stereo like this.
Yeah, you'd probably make the windows vibrate.
Well, even if I had it turned to very close to the minimum volume, it's still quite loud.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for people who might know what it means, basically, my amplifier puts out 360 watts per channel, or it did when it was working anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've got similarly a set of speakers to handle that and that sort of thing. But,
yeah, that's insane.
You know, like I've never had this thing turned past a third, right? Because at a third, it was enough to make the windows in my house rattle and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay, I think we'll have to go back and go to the right in order to find the treasure room. Because I think this will lead us to the next floor, and we don't want to go there yet. We don't want to go to floor 5 yet.
Yeah. But when you share a wall with a couple of neighbors, you know, like you can't do stuff like that anymore, right?
Yeah. Well, that's all the more reason why, if you can get it, standalone housing is the way to go, man, because there's many freedom-oriented things that you can do without attached walls that you just can't do in attached housing.
Yep. However, the cost was one of the main considerations for me why I bought here.
Yeah, well, housing in Canada here, it's insanely expensive.
Because even 20 or so years ago when I bought this place, housing prices were insane even back then, right?
And they've only gotten like 2 or 3 times worse since then.
Yeah, well, it's all relative, right?
Okay, we need to backtrack.
You know, 20 years ago when I bought this place, the amount of money I was making, this place was within my means fairly comfortably, right?
Yep.
And I could still afford to make payments on a truck and all that kind of stuff too, right?
I think you need to go down.
But now nowadays, I think that the price of a standalone house is multiplied much more quickly than a person's salary or wage, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, I'll go left again. Have I found the treasure room on floor 4 yet? I can't remember.
But just to give you an example of how much the price of things have gone up in my lifetime, because I was born in the early 1960s.
Yep.
Well, some years ago, my mother sent me a birthday card, and it was a I forget how the wording of it went exactly, but the price of things in 1963.
Wow.
Okay. And in 1963, you could buy a new house for $6,000.
I wish. I have that sitting in my bank account right now.
Yeah, I know, but you got to realize that wages and everything were proportionally
Depressed,
less
yeah.
too, right? Well, not depressed. I mean, that's just what they were, right?
Yeah.
And you could buy a brand new car for like $600.
Oh, yes, please.
You know?
Yes, please.
Things like that. And by 1978, so, you know, by the time I was a teenager, and Dad bought Mom a little car. It was a small car, but it was still a brand new car, right?
Yep.
And he paid $4,000 for that brand new car.
Wow.
You know, it was strictly no frills, too. Like, it was a stick shift, and it didn't have any power windows or anything like that. It had an AM/FM radio in it with a single speaker, because in the 70s, usually that's what you got with a vehicle when you bought it, right?
Yep.
You didn't get, you know, built-in high-powered sound systems like you do now. But still, it was $4,000 for that brand new car. And then eventually in the mid-1980s, when I bought my first brand new car, it was $13,000.
Wow, geez.
It was a little bit nicer than that new car my dad had bought in 1978. But still, you know, like, it was not a outrageously luxurious car or anything. It was like a regular car, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't a sports car either, because I wanted to buy a Camaro, but at the time a Camaro cost like $25,000, so I couldn't afford to buy one of those.
Yeah.
But then the next new car I bought in 1990 cost $20,000. Okay. And that one actually was a sports car, and it was an expensive car at the time.
Yep.
But still. Then in 1999 was the next time I bought a new vehicle, and it was a small sport utility vehicle.
Yep.
Right. Because I had like family, and had to put a baby seat in the back, and needed a little more space to buy groceries and that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
But that vehicle cost just a little bit over $30,000. Okay, and then the next new vehicle I bought after that,
Yep.
in 2007, was the truck that I'm driving now, and that cost $50,000.
Wow.
And of course, obviously, I haven't bought a new vehicle since then. I'm still driving that truck to this day.
Yeah, well, because a new vehicle now will cost you $80,000 or $90,000.
That's right. That's right. A brand new Chevy Silverado, you're probably looking at $80,000 to $90,000 now.
And of course, we're talking Canadian monopoly money and not American monopoly
of
money.
Course,
but,
because we're Canadian, so we talk Canadian money. But still, if you were to convert that Canadian money to American dollars, well,
25% lower prices.
Yeah,
on average.
Although I would imagine that the prices in the United States are still somewhat lower too, because while they have suffered from inflation in recent years, I don't think that their inflation there is as bad as it is here.
Yeah. More or less, yeah.
But still, I mean, the price of a vehicle has increased more than tenfold
throughout your lifetime,
since the year I was born.
Yeah. And I don't know, personally, I think it's ridiculous, right? I think it's ridiculous to even have inflation. I'm very much of the opinion that economies should not have inflation. In fact, we should probably move towards deflation.
Yeah, but how are you going to do that?
Well, you start by burning money. We're just going to take money out of existence, damn it.
Yeah, I know, but how do you do that, though? I mean, the average person now makes $25 an hour or $30 an hour.
Well, basically what would end up happening...
What do you do? Because the people that employ that person that they're paying $30,000 or $30 an hour to has to also be profitable business, so they have to charge prices accordingly. at the very best, I think all you could do is freeze inflation.
Well, actually, if you actually did honestly pursue a policy of deflation, what you'd basically end up inflicting on the population is a recession. And there's a reason for that, and the reason for that is that inflation... Ooh, nice, we got a USP2. Inflation is very good for people who borrow money, because as time passes and inflation happens, the money that they borrowed is worth relatively less and less. Whereas if you put on deflation, suddenly if you borrowed $10, that $10 is worth like way more than it used to be, right? And so you actually end up having to pay more back than you actually borrowed.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you were going to do the deflation thing, basically
anybody
you would have
in
to
debt
have,
would get screwed.
Yeah, you'd have to have anybody in debt would have to declare bankruptcy and default on their loans.
Pretty much, yep.
And if that happened en masse, well, then the entire...
You'd have an economic depression.
Yeah, the entire economy would collapse.
Yeah.
Catastrophically.
And you'd have an economic depression.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, if that's really the only way to fix things, right? So we shouldn't have let things get as broken as they are now to begin with, but now the only way to fix things is to accept that we fucked up and swallow our pill and pull up our britches and...
Yeah, the only problem being that... I can remember learning a little bit about the Great Depression in the 30s.
Yep.
Because my grandparents all lived through it, for one thing, and they told me stories about it. But, I mean, there was no work.
Yep.
Right? People had no jobs. They had no way to make money. They couldn't afford to buy food. They couldn't afford to, even have a place to live and stuff like that.
It's going to be hard times.
It would be catastrophic for everybody.
Although I think eventually, if we continue the inflationary policies that we have for the next, say 20 to 50 years. Say we keep going in the direction we're going to 20 and 50 years. We will end up at that point eventually anyways, just because the trend is generally downwards. We'll just get there at a much slower rate. And I would rather get there while I'm young so that I can... actually work towards fixing things and getting my life back on track than having to deal with things with the way they are for the rest of my life.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't think there are any simple solutions for it.
Well, no simple solutions that don't involve suffering, right? There are simple solutions that involve suffering. So there is a technicality there.
But this isn't... Argentina, though, right?
Well, you know what?
Where the new president of Argentina has a piece of paper with the name of every government department printed on it up on a bulletin board, and he just starts tearing them off the bulletin board and throwing them in the garbage can, right? Well,
maybe we should take example after that. That sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
But no. I definitely view things in terms of, if there's a problem, I want a definite solution with it for it. I don't want to sit around and just accept that the problem exists. And even if the solution is a nuclear option to the problem, I will always take that option because that's the type of person that I am.
Yeah. Well, all of our lives would definitely...
we'd suffer for 10 years, at least.
And as we know them would end, right?
But then we'd also have the possibility to build a better future, and our future generation would have a possibility to build a better future. Because they wouldn't have to bear the debt of past generations.
Yeah.
That's the way that I look at it. Right? In order to fix the problem, sometimes you have to take a little bit of Buckley's cough medicine, and it tastes like shit, but it works.
Well, I don't have any debts, so I'm not sure how a nuclear solution like that would affect me.
Oh, probably you'd probably be fine, but
but except that
most of the rest of the population,
all of the savings that I am currently living off of would suddenly become worthless, right?
Not necessarily. If you deflate the money supply, then all of a sudden your savings will increase in value as long as the currency does not collapse.
Yeah.
So, assuming that we can avoid currency collapse, suddenly your savings will be worth, multiple times what they are worth. But anybody who doesn't have savings and only has debt will have multiple times more debt, and they'll basically spend their entire lives either in debt or declaring bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Which is nasty either way, if you think about it. But, there are no clean solutions to the problem of the modern economic age that we find ourselves in. Somebody has to lose.
But anyway, that's kind of the idea of how much things have inflated in the last 60-some years, right?
Yeah.
And, like back in the 1970s, I can remember hearing about people who made $25,000 a year. And those guys were executives.
CEOs of companies?
They were like CEOs of companies that were making like $25,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how much $25,000 a year was worth. And actually, even in the 1970s, when my maternal grandfather eventually retired from farming and he sold his farm and bought a house in town, he paid like $20,000 for the house, right?
Yeah, wow.
And this was in the 1970s, and it was, it was a modest house, but it wasn't a, super small either. It was about 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom house.
Yep.
Had a nice sized living room and a huge kitchen and dining area and finished basement and, like a nice, actually it had an attached garage as well and a pretty big yard.
Yep.
Like grandma could still do almost as much gardening as she used to do on the farm, kind of thing, right? Well, not as much, but I mean, her garden on the farm was like an acre, but still, she had a nice sized yard. She could still do, like a decent amount of gardening and that kind of thing because they like their homegrown peas and carrots and
yep.
and that kind of stuff, right?
But yeah, so I guess I just to conclude by saying the best way to get affordable housing is to crash the economy.
Yep.
And probably. That's what I want, personally. Yeah. I want to crash the economy to make housing affordable.
I think there's too many billionaires out there, though, that don't want that to happen, right?
Oh, I don't really care what they want, though.
Yeah, I know, but they're the ones that hold all the cards.
But that being said, too, you have to understand that even people like me, like I would suffer from crashing the economy. But even though I know that I would suffer from crashing the economy, it's something that at this point I would be willing to do if it meant that when I go to buy a house someday, I don't have to have a mortgage for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I would like a house, even if my everything goes away, if I only have to accumulate $20,000 to buy a house, I would love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get going crashing the economy. We don't need more government in our lives. We just need to crash the economy.
Yeah. Well, somehow I don't think that's going to happen. At least not voluntarily.
And anyway. not in my lifetime either. Nobody's going to agree or go along with that at all.
No.
Much to my dismay. Yes, there are no political parties or anything that represent my viewpoint on the matter.
The financial disaster party?
Yeah, the financial... There you go. Well, we'll call it something else. We'll call it something catchy.
What, you don't think the financial disaster party is catchy?
Well, because you need to think of it.
It might tend to drive people away, yeah.
Well, but you think of it this way, though, right? Is you're building a future, right? For future generations.
Okay.
So I probably want to come up with a name based on that. Oh, we've got a four-way intersection, so
what do you do now?
Well, if I go up and then this turns right and I loop around, then this is probably a loop. No, this is going to be up to the next floor. No, this is going to be a dead end. So we don't have a loop in that direction.
What floor are you on? Do you remember?
No.
Because I was distracting you with
floor 7 or 8.
Conversation, right?
Floor 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, I guess you'll know when you hit floor 10 anyway, because there'll be a boss, right?
There'll be a boss room, yeah. Down. We want to go down, because we haven't found the treasure room on this floor yet.
But anyway, that was an interesting little bit of trivia. And I remember that birthday card just because I was shaking my head and going, wow, you know what? I can actually almost remember what it was like, within, less than 20 years after that.
Yep.
Right? And yes, it was actually that way.
If only. And loaves of bread were cheaper and everything was cheaper.
When I started smoking, cigarettes were just over $1 a package. And this was in the extreme north part of Alberta, in a little town, like a, you know,
Yeah.
600 miles north of here, right?
Yep.
In the middle of nowhere in the early 1970s. And, you know, like, I think that probably in a major center like the city here, they were probably well under $1, right?
Yeah. I don't know, personally, I have my opinions on that, too. I have controversial opinions on everything. This is why I don't talk about things on the channel, but I am pro-smoking. I do not smoke, but I am pro-smoking. I think you should be able to smoke as much as you want for as cheap as you want, because it doesn't actually cost that much to make tobacco. It just gets taxed to hell and back, and also people who are entitled complain about the smell all the time.
Well,
and
also,
I'm going to piss off everybody who talking about opinions like that.
Also, though, you know, like you talk about the nanny state, and a lot of those taxes are to dissuade people from smoking because they don't want people using the healthcare system so much.
Oh, but I have another opinion on that, too. You see, if you're going to have a public healthcare system, like we do in this country, then the duty of the public healthcare system is to serve the people, regardless of the life choices that they make.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what it means to be free.
And another prong of that argument is that the people who smoke and pay all those taxes are actually, you know, like, those taxes should be going towards supporting the healthcare system anyway. Well,
but I also don't agree that cigarettes should be taxed anyways. I think that everybody should pay the same taxes. I actually believe, here's another controversial thing, everybody's going to figure out that, like, everybody hates me and my economic stances today. This is the route we're going. I believe in a flat tax rate. I don't believe in progressive taxes. Yeah. Right? Because I believe, to be honest with you, I believe in equality. So I believe that everybody should pay the exact same taxes no matter what income bracket they're in. And also I believe, the reason why I believe that is because I believe you should be able to fill out your taxes without a registered tax accountant, lawyer, or otherwise having to study the shit out of the tax code just to figure out how to file your taxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because I
think...
So
basically everybody pays like 15% or whatever.
That's right, yeah. Everybody should pay that much, but that way too, you know, the government sends you a thing in the mail that just says you owe this dollar amount based on what your registered wages or whatever.
Well, or if you're a working person and you can't afford to put up that kind of money all at once, you could have it deducted from your paycheck the way that is commonly done now.
Well, you could also think of it this way
except
too,
that
right?
You don't have to go and do a whole bunch of bookkeeping to figure out how much you overpaid by at the end of the year or underpaid, right? Basically, they collect what you're required to pay every month, period, and then you don't have to file a return at the end of the year.
Well, and technically too, even if the entire population pays a lower tax rate of a flat tax, I believe it would actually increase tax income because, yes, technically the okay, we've gone in a loop and we've gone down, so I need to find the stairs up. Technically, the lowest income brackets in the country under a progressive tax system don't pay any tax, right? Because they get it all back. So technically you're taxing them, and that you might say, well, that doesn't sound so great. Now you're taxing the poor, right? But they don't necessarily have to pay that much because all of them together will accumulate a significantly larger amount of money in terms of taxes than taxing a few rich people will. And then in addition to that, those rich people also have to pay taxes, but if they're not paying as much taxes as, say, they have to pay under a progressive tax system, then maybe they'll be more likely to open businesses and create employment in this country. And if they open businesses and create employment in this country, then that means that there will be more economic activity, more jobs, more everything.
Yeah,
right?
Well, you can bet, though, also that businesses have an awful lot of tax deductions.
Yep.
And by the time they get their... skilled accounting people and that kind of thing to figure out what all these deductions are they're eligible for, they probably don't pay very much in taxes.
I should say, too,
anyway.
I actually support revising the tax code. I don't believe in tax deductions either.
Yeah.
I believe in only a flat tax and nothing else.
Yeah, that's why I said, as a working person, if I had to pay, say, 15%, well, I'd rather have it deducted in an equal amount each month.
Yep.
And then not have to do any paperwork at the end of the year at all, right?
Yeah.
Then that way I know that every time I get paid, I'm paying my share of the taxes every month, right?
But also I'd say, too, part of the reason why I would even support slightly lower flat tax rates for everyone, even though that would technically advantage wealthy people and corporations in that way, right, which isn't also necessarily a good thing, according to a lot of people, is, well, if there's more economic activity in this country, then there's more jobs. And if there's an excess of jobs, more jobs than there are people, even with the amount of immigrants we take in and everything like that, then, in my view, employers will have to compete for employees and talent rather than employees having to compete for a job. And I believe, personally, that that will drive up wages exponentially.
Yep. Well,
just through sheer competition.
We've had brief periods like that, though, right? Like in the late 2000s, 2007, 2008, we had a period of time like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, like where I was working at the time, we were trying to recruit people and having a terrible time trying to recruit them because, you know, like one of our competitors would offer a couple of dollars an hour more.
Yep.
Right? And then all the people that would normally come to work for us would go to work for them instead.
And I personally believe that is a better way to run an economy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it certainly is better.
But it's a complete inversion of how we do things now. Like,
yeah.
My dream of how we should run the economy versus the reality of what we actually do is so inverted that what I want to see in the world will never actually happen. But one can always hope.
Yeah. What are you picking up there?
I am picking up another treasure room. This is either floor 9 or floor 10, but I've lost track because I lost a floor talking to you about economics.
Yeah, among other things.
We got a Kevlar jacket. I believe that's a totally worthless pickup, actually, but we'll keep it anyways. Because I think Kevlar jackets don't have any stats on them. Am I right on that? Yeah, Kevlar jackets don't have any stats on them.
Oh.
So it's actually just a worthless item. I'm going to swap it out for a piece of junk.
Yeah, you might as well. Because it is basically a piece of junk, but just not usable.
Yeah, it's not even usable as a piece of junk. I mean, it probably has a higher defense rating than what we have, but Kevlar jackets tend not to have a lot of upgrade slots on them because they tend to be higher defense rated items. And so what you make up for in stats, you lose in upgradability. So I'll just stick with my B jacket and we'll find something better. Because I can't migrate any stats to the Kevlar jacket anyways. And if I remember, if I ever need to come and get an item to throw away or butcher for some reason, on floor 9 or 10 on the Chrysler building, there's a Kevlar jacket waiting for me. And I'll remember that, damn it.
Yeah, you get a lot of junk from enemies here, right?
The crows, specifically. Like, crows are like, I believe they can either drop junk or a medicine, but they have a very high chance to drop junk. I guess the idea being like they see something shiny and they pick it up or something.
Yep.
Crows are kleptomaniacs, I guess, or... There's a scientific term for that particular phenomenon. I don't remember what it is.
I didn't know there was a scientific term for that.
Yeah, well, that's where the term klepto comes from. It has something to do with the root word of, I think it's Greek or something? I don't know. And it has something to do with shiny things, I think. I don't know.
Oh.
But that's why, like, somebody who has a impulsive desire to take things, even if they don't want them.
The expression is that they saw something shiny, right?
Yeah, because they're a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
Or the idea of a kleptocracy as a form of government. It's, well, the people who own all the shiny things rule the country.
Yeah, kind of like here.
Yeah, kind of like here. But even beyond that, I mean, if we're going down the economic train here, I might as well keep digging my own grave here. I don't even support the stock market, okay? I don't think that the stock market should exist because I don't believe that publicly traded corporations should exist.
Well,
I only believe that you should have private corporations or state entities.
I do have something to say about that too, having worked for both. And oddly enough, the publicly traded corporations quite frequently are also unionized, right?
Yep.
And the privately traded or privately owned company that was large that I worked for was not unionized. And to tell you the truth, in the non-union setting, the people that I worked with were generally happier
Yep.
and more productive, and their absenteeism was less. They had a lot less personnel type problems, you know, like disagreements with each other or with management or whatever. They were just generally happier.
Yeah.
And when I went to work from that environment into the first time I worked in a union environment, it was a bit of a shock because the people in that environment were sour, and it was very much an adversarial relationship between them and the management. And they also did not really seem to care about each other as individuals much either, right?
Yeah. Did I find the treasure room on this floor? Because I found I did already?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
But anyway, I was going to say, too, though, that the way that business is conducted between a privately owned company
And a publicly
publicly traded company are completely different. And in my view, the privately owned company
Who doesn't have shareholders.
that doesn't have shareholders, at least in my experience, you understand,
Yeah.
generally conducted itself in a more ethical and
Responsible manner?
more benevolent manner toward their employees. The publicly traded company, on the other hand, because the focus is on absolutely maximizing profits to the point where you're trying to wring every penny out of the business that you can to pay shareholders.
Because there's nothing left over after that,
Yeah,
too.
well, then there's no such thing as merit raises for individuals, for example.
Yeah.
Because everybody has to get paid the same. And, especially because it's the unionized environment too, right?
Yeah.
And, they would tend to make choices that were
Okay, I did find the treasure room, so we can go up.
that were less than ideal for the people working for them too.
Yep.
Because
They also don't have a war chest of funds either, because unlike a private corporation, which is or a privately run business, which is responsible for its own survival, like life or death, so it has to save money in order to compensate for possible economic downturns or paying off immediate disaster expenses or things like that. Public traded corporations pay out every single dime that they ever make to shareholders in the form of profits, and then when they do have a downturn, then you end up with things like government bailouts or whatever else like that.
Yeah, or bankruptcies.
Yeah.
But, I guess I'm not good at expressing my point, but the thing is, I found with the privately owned company, the owners of the company, they wanted their business to be run efficiently and all that kind of stuff.
But making a few $1 million a year was good enough.
Making several $1 million or several tens of millions because the company I worked for was a huge company. It was worth $500 million, right?
Yeah.
It was a big company that was present all the way across Canada from BC all the way to Newfoundland, right?
Yep.
Like, it was a big company. And, the owners of the company, I guess, were happy if they could make their, $100 million profit in a year or whatever it would be.
Whereas,
I have no idea what it would be, but they were pretty profitable. And, they were also more willing to reinvest some of that money back into the company, right?
Yeah, you've told the story before about what it was like to do repairs for a company that was publicly traded versus a company that was privately owned.
Whereas the publicly traded company, they wanted to make sure that there was actually one guy. I never worked for this guy, but he was sort of in the previous generation to me in the operation where I was working.
Yep.
And the philosophy is that, well, we want to reduce costs by 10% this year. And he basically told his boss that is ridiculous, because if you want to reduce costs by 10% every year, well, eventually you're going to get to the point where you can do everything for nothing. Right? Like, that's the kind of logic that is, right?
Yeah.
And because there is inflation and everything costs more every year, including parts, wages, WCB premiums, like you name it, fuel, electricity, all those things go up, right? Like in cost. Well, how can you operate your business with a 10% less cost from the previous year when all these other things have increased by, like 2 or 3 or 4%, right?
Yep. Whereas the private business is just happy to get their operation all set up and running and ready to go.
They may try and make some adjustments as well if costs go up sharply for some reason, but it's way less pronounced.
Yeah.
And also, I know when I was in that company, I got promoted a couple of times, and I didn't have to apply for a higher position or compete with someone else for it or whatever. I mean, I was doing a good job, and the people managing the company recognized that and rewarded me for it.
Yep.
Right?
I have way more things I could frail on about publicly traded corporations, but I think I've hit my limit of giving people rope to hang me with today.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know what? I have to say that that's my comments on it, is that I feel that from my personal experience that privately owned companies do tend to operate much differently and in a way that I very much prefer over publicly traded companies.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I guess in my view too, I would say there is no difference between a publicly traded company and a government-run institution, right? Because I think that the same kinds of things budgetarily go on there, right?
Well,
because if you don't spend all of the money that you're allocated in a government institution, then they always want to take it away from you, and you're always given less next time, right? And so you always end up with this perpetual spending.
Yeah, but except that in the government, though, you can get away with wasting that money if you have to.
You waste it senselessly, whereas in a corporation you can't. But I guess people say they want to move away from a big corporate system to a more government-run system. Well, you're going to end up with the exact same problems.
Yeah, except less efficient.
Yeah.
Because there's no...
Perhaps less ruthless, but also less efficient.
There's no urgency to turn a profit.
And, here we go. We're on floor 10.
Ooh, here's the boss.
And more political, too, I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Because now suddenly your economy is tied to your government.
Yeah, because I never actually...
Nobody likes the government.
I never actually worked for the government, but I did work for a company that was contracting to the government.
Yeah.
To a government. And dealing with those people was a huge pain in the ass because they were terribly... Wow, that was an easy boss. They were terribly inefficient. They would drag their feet and waste their time for weeks on end.
Yep.
Like they would have a meeting and talk about a particular course of action, and it sounds like a good idea, and maybe you should do that. But then the next week they're having a meeting and they're still talking about this same thing, and they haven't done anything toward it yet.
Yep.
And 6 months later, they're still talking about this same thing in a meeting, and they still haven't done anything toward it because all of these people, and when you walk by in the building and you look in through the windows in the boardroom, which was like right by the front door of the building.
Yep.
Well, the place is always full, and you always see the same people in all those meetings that you see in the ones that I had to go to too.
That's all they did all day.
And that's all they did all day is they basically went to meetings. That's what they do, right? And in between times, they might spend some time sitting in their office or eating lunch or whatever. But yeah, like it seems like 75% of their time, and I don't know if I'm being overly conservative with that estimate, but 75% of those people's time was spent sitting in meetings.
Yeah, just the endless bureaucracy.
Yeah.
But
Well, you've made it to the first save floor. It must be time to end this because
Yes.
we're going on 2 hours here.
We've got our first elevator key, too, and now that we have that elevator key, we can go straight up to the 10th floor again and then go up to floor 11 for next time.
Yeah.
But I have junk, at least 2 pieces of junk to go deposit at Wayne's, and a whole bunch of items that I
You
picked up.
managed to save 2 pieces of junk out of all that.
Yes.
Wow.
So, we will resume this next time.
Yeah, after you have
Committed public suicide in terms of economics.
I don't think, to tell you the truth, I don't think you said anything that's all that offensive.
Well, we'll see.
If somebody disagrees with you, then that's fine, but
True.
I don't think you said anything that would give anyone reason to get angry.
Well,
And
Anyway.
if they do get angry, they're being unreasonable.
well, it won't bother me too much anyways. I'm quite a rough-skinned individual anyways. So.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, I guess you're going to grind for junk.
Yeah, I'll have to go and
off
grind
camera?
for more junk off camera. Maybe I can even get the junk weapon off camera. That would be nice.
That's a lot of grinding.
It is, yeah.
Especially when you only manage to get 2 pieces of junk after all that.
Yeah, well, by the way, this discard junk thing goes faster the more junk you have. But because we only have 2 pieces, we get the slowest one. Oh, yes. But anyways, we're going on long enough here. So until next time.
I'm Sandman99.
And I'm RecB5. Have a good one.